actor that they need to be concerned about
I want to hear this.
in trying to do the role justice and in trying to be theologically.
Voices, and I must say that to me was very surreal, that out of the face of Jesus is coming the voice of Homer Simpson. So that's
Imagine my chagrin when I look at you and you're doing, Homer Simpson as well. I'm like, that Bishop Barron doing Homer? So dueling Homers, Jesus and Bishop doing dueling Homer Simpson's impressions. Why, you little.
So now that we've shattered all of your illusions,
Start off strong.
I remember talking to my brother. A friend of Word on Fire, had told me about The Chosen, and this kind of unusual show, this unusual model, and this guy really loved it. And I said to my brother, what do you think of The Chosen? He said, what are you talking about? He had no idea, about it at that time. And I think like much of the audience, it started slow and then it really started to explode. But when you finally did catch up with it, what were your first impressions?
Well, I mean, very favorable from the first time I saw, episode 1, and the writing of the show I think is very fine, and the way it connects Old Testament and New, I was very impressed by that, because that's a kind of a pet peeve of mine, that when you present Jesus apart from the Old Testament, you will necessarily get a distorted Jesus, whether that's on the right or the left, mind you. But when you present him the way the scriptures themselves present him, in other words, according to the writings. How often in the New Testament, according to the scriptures. And so I love that about the scripts. They were very good on the Old Testament, New Testament. And then we can say more about it, but your portrayal of the Lord, I've, from all my life, been watching films and TV shows and so on about the Lord, and they're all good in their particular ways, but I thought yours was just catching so much of the nuance. And so that impressed me, but the writing of the show I think is very fine.
And Bishop, what would you say would be the particular challenges of playing Jesus? What would you say to every actor that they need to be concerned about?
I want to hear this.
In trying to do the role justice and in trying to be theologically on point. I mean, it's a big challenge. What would you tell actors?
Please help.
Yeah. No, we actually have spoken a few times.
Yeah.
You would call me and say, we're preparing for this scene, and what would you do? I mean, here the central challenge, this of course, is Jesus, true God and true man. How do you present both of those? So, you look at the range of movies and shows about Jesus, it's easy enough to do one or the other in a way.